Hey, this, can you hear me? Welcome to ChortleCast, where we talk about video games, anime, TV shows, analog horror projects on YouTube, whatever the heck we want to talk about. I'm joined tonight by Jake, the snake, the honey eater, the. Did you do that or did I do that? Oh, okay. I can hear you fine, yeah. If you're in chat, actually, I'll just pull up. I'll just pull up the dang old thing. Still can't hear you. Yeah. Guys, we're trying to resolve the Jake mic issue. We're working on it.
Hey everybody! Now it's working.
Guys, we're
let me do a proper intro now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to ChortleCast, the official podcast of Chortle Games. We talk about video games, TV shows, movies, anime, whatever the heck we want to talk about. And today, it should be working now. I see it.
I'm just making sure.
Okay, all right. Today, Steven wanted to try something a little different because we don't want to talk about the Game Awards.
We're gonna watch them. But
we're gonna watch them. I'm honestly, I think I'm just gonna say what the comments I have for when we watch it, and we have a little pre-show.
Yeah.
But Steven has this. If you've watched our content, if you know Steven, he's really into these freaky things like the back rooms, all those kind of creepy little horror mini-series that you see on YouTube. Okay. And Steven said, "Jake, I have a great idea. Let's sit down together, mano y mano, and react to these horror things." And I said, "Steven, I'm a big old scaredy baby." And he said, "I know. That's why it'll be great."
That's precisely why. So to say what Jake just said, but correctly, I really enjoy online unfiction series, which stuff like Everyman Hybrid, Marble Hornets, Mandela Catalogue, Local 58, all that kind of stuff. Basically things where amateur creators are able to tell stories that are faux reality. I really enjoy that. I'm a big fan of unconventional storytelling, and unfiction is the thing right now for that, I think, because it utilizes the internet and audience interaction and participation through ARG elements and stuff. I just think those are super cool. And one of the more recent ones that's taken the internet by storm is the Mandela Catalogue. And I'm going to preface this, which is to ground expectations, because Jake doesn't know what we're in.
I was just about to say, to also preface this, I have literally no idea what I'm about to walk into.
Yeah. So do you know what analog horror is, Jake?
I don't really like horror. Also, to preface, I don't do spooky. So
I'm honest. I don't like horror either. I don't come to this to get spooked. I come to this for the storytelling, and because my favorite unfiction series is probably Everyman Hybrid, and it stopped being scary very quickly and started being more about time iterations and stuff like that. Very sci-fi. Well, analog horror is basically, it is a theme of unfiction or online content, horror content through YouTube, whatever you want to call it, where it is themed to a VHS, essentially. Like, it has a very nostalgic feel. Think kind of like those commercials that play before you watch it.
Boyardee commercials? Those?
No. I was thinking like you're watching Hercules on VHS, and it's like commercials for upcoming like, it has that very nostalgic but also kind of weird vibe to it.
Okay.
Kind of like that's kind of what we're going for with analog horror. A lot of like commercial style stuff, or emergency announcements on TV stations late at night. That vibe.
Okay. Yeah.
So Mandela Catalogue it starts as analog horror, kind of. It hits a lot of those elements, but it's something else. And I'm gonna touch base with after we watch Overthrown, the first one. I'm gonna explain kind of big picture what this is, just so I don't spoil anything for you beforehand.
Okay.
But basically, to ground your expectations, this is a series created by a guy named Alex Kister. I have no knowledge of things that he's done before this, but he seems like a really solid guy. And it's kind of sad because I've seen people in comments to stuff that he comments on other creators' things. Like he'll comment on a Backrooms video, and somebody will comment on his comment and say, "Hey, Mandela Catalogue sucks. Prove me wrong." And like he has to deal with that, and seeing the way he responds, he also has like, and I vibe with this, but very much an imposter syndrome kind of deal where if someone tells him it sucks, he believes them. Where it's just kind of like, yeah, I agree. There are some things I would do different. So I feel that. So it's just when you're watching this, remember some of it may not hit. Like it may be really goofy to you. It may not be scary. It may be silly. It may be stupid. Whatever. But just remember that a lot of the charm in this comes in the fact that these are amateur creators that make this kind of stuff. And just kind of saying, I have this really interesting idea for a world and a narrative. I'm just going to make this stuff for free and then put it out on YouTube and see what happens. And he did that. And thanks to Wendy Goon, I think was the first one that really gave him coverage, but he's doing it and people are following it and they love it. So
we're gonna watch these, and you joining us live are gonna watch along with us. We're gonna do live reactions, at least for me, my first time watching these. Steven, I guess I should have led with this question before we even like set all this up. Audio is going to the stream, right? Like we're gonna show this whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And
it should be going to you, to the stream, and to me.
Yeah, and that's okay. Alex has more subscribers than us. He could come after us.
I mean, if he comes after us, what's he going to do? Get the monetization? And also, like channels like GT Live, like Game Theory, they react to this stuff all the time. They just play the whole thing. Right. This should be totally fine. So, and if it's not, I will personally write via carrier pigeon to Alex Kister begging his forgiveness.
I think carrier pigeon would be the only way he would accept it. So please be sure to do that. Yeah. Except I think what actually would be better is if you taped a VHS tape with a personal apology to the carrier pigeon and sent that. And that'd
a little big.
Yeah.
Maybe a carrier owl or a carrier pelican. That'd be kind of cool. No one's ever sent a carrier pelican.
Get a big pigeon, Steven.
No. Get a pelican. And then put the VHS tape in its big, like, pouch mouth. Why haven't people been using those?
Well, for one, I don't think people call it a pouch mouth. That sounds like a Pokemon. Okay.
Go pouch mouth.
Pouch mouth. I choose you.
Steel tail. Iron tail.
Use big mouth.
Use big suck.
All right.
Let's start.
Well, are we ready to start this?
I'm ready to start.
All right. Well, anybody watching live, Mike, Austin, let us know if audio sounds funky or anything like that. Steven, you're going to be coming through the same audio source as the video itself, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
All right. Hit and play.
Don't be afraid. I bring good news of great joy for you and all people. Tonight, your Savior was born in Davidstown. He is Christ, the Lord. You will find him wrapped in swaddlecloth, lying in a manger.
It's good that you have captions on. Those will be important later.
Great. This looks very familiar. You've
probably seen like the original.
Yeah. Like Nativity VHS story. Bible stories, VHS.
There was a woman named Mary who lived in the city of Nazareth. She was in love with a man named Joseph.
VO'd by
Mary was the
Stephen
head of her
Hawking.
team,
Great.
but she got a very special message from a man named
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Matt. I didn't switch to
I am
React. Here we go.
the angel Gabriel. I've come to bring good news.
News? For me?
Yeah, I absolutely watched the original of this.
Yeah.
I don't like how he blocked out Gabriel's face. It's a little freaky.
Whatever God
Oh,
wants,
just wait.
I will
Also,
do.
that was binary code that can be translated into a hidden message.
I figured, yeah.
This is kind of an ARG as well.
I don't. I don't like that face.
I will fool the shepherds. I will know their greatest fear. I will know your greatest fear.
No, thank
Wake
you.
up, Joseph. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake
no,
up, wake up, wake up.
No, thank you.
I wish I
really-
could be
I'm
inside of your head.
I'm really impressed that Alex got Stephen Hawking to VO this, though. Nope.
I wish I could be inside your head right now and like see where you think this is going.
Well, I can tell you this. I never thought about how.
Do not be afraid, my dear shepherds.
Mm-mm.
I have great news. I am your true savior. I know everything about what makes you human.
I was gonna say.
I know
Oh,
what
never
you
mind.
love. I know what you dread.
I don't like the breathing.
I was wondering if that was you or the video.
No, it's the video.
Okay, good.
Can you see? I deceived them. It looks like he smoked those shepherds.
You just
Yeah. I am bound to change on my ankles. What I was gonna say is I never realized how scary it is when you just black out someone's face.
yeah.
And my foolishness will be my legacy. I thought he was going to pull a Rick Sanchez there and be like, if there is a God, it's me.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're gonna pause there.
Okay.
It's trying to go to the next thing.
Okay,
So
let's
No,
get
it's going to a song that's going to make me cry thinking about my grandmother who died this year. But
so where do you think this is going? Like, what do you think is happening?
Steven, I have so little context for what I just watched
Okay.
that it could go anywhere. I have no idea. I'm a little surprised, I'll be honest, at how, I guess, biblical it was. But I don't know. I'm assuming whatever that entity was, I don't know.
So the next one will be volume 1, by the way, if you want to go ahead and cue that up, but I will explain top level what's going on. So go ahead and pause it, go to the beginning. So
Steven's talking to me like I don't know how to run a.
I'm just making sure that you saw that it was.
I saw it.
Okay.
I heard it.
Okay. So as I've said many times before, I'm a Christian. I work at a church. That is my belief. And so to me, what makes this series so frightening is that and this is why we started with Overthrown, because it kind of sets the stage. Think of this as, as Christians, we believe Jesus was born and made a way to be forgiven of sins and go to heaven. A very oversimplified way of saying that. Think of this as the bad ending, where Jesus never happened. Okay. And instead of Jesus, we got Satan disguised as Jesus.
So you've You've sort of
mentioned
talked
this
about
before.
this before. Yeah.
I've mentioned this before. So the reason I think this is so fascinating and such a good horror setup, because one, as a Christian,
As a Christian, we don't mess with no demons.
it's like, it's almost like a comforting thing of knowing, like, Wendigoon put it best, where he's like, this isn't sacrilegious, because at no point in any of this where there's a possible demonic invasion is anyone like, this is fine. Like, it portrays this as a very dark reality in which religion was created by a false god, and used more as a means of exploiting fear. So the series takes place in between 80s and early 2000s, I believe. So reality is still kind of the same, because quote unquote Christianity still happened, but it was a deception in this story. And there are these things called alternates, which we'll learn about very shortly, that we think, we being Wendigoon is the main person that poses this theory, but I subscribe to it. Alternates are basically demons, and they are kind of like mimics as well. So that's kind of where we are. Any other questions before we proceed?
I have so many questions, but we can proceed, I think.
Okay.
All right, this is the second one. Oh,
This
also,
is
no, the ratio is fine. Let me just make some minor adjustments here. The ratio changed on me. All right. Peter's not happy with you, Steven.
he's had a very rough day. He got his shots today.
Don't shoot that baby. Don't give him no shots. All right, here we go. Let's play.
We are currently receiving countless reports of an unidentified.
This one should give you the most analog, the best idea of what analog horror is.
Until we have a complete understanding.
It's got that VHS look. It's like an old tutorial video.
Lock all doors and windows, and have access to a loaded firearm or any ranged weapon at all times. You will know if an alternate exists solely based on their physical characteristics. If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide. If you see a person that has a biologically impossible characteristic, run away and hide. If one manages to break into your home, refrain from any kind of communication or contact with the threat. These intelligent life forms utilize elements of psychological warfare to take advantage of their victims. While we heavily discourage any form of contact or communication with an alternate, we make exceptions for attempts at executing them yourself.
We make exceptions.
Oh, this is good. This is very effective.
Think principle. Tell an authority figure about your encounter. Okay. Hinder the alternative's movements. Okay. Identify the class type. Neutralize the alternate if safe to do so. Okay. Okay. That's scary. A doppelganger, okay. Steven, I hate this. Ooh, no, thank you. Steven, did you ever watch Chronicle?
Oh, I love Chronicle.
Love Chronicle.
It's so good.
What about Cloverfield? Did you ever watch
Oh, yeah.
Cloverfield?
Oh yeah, great movie.
Great movies.
Chronicle's my favorite found footage film, though. Hey, buddy, come here. So there's Cesar Torres and Mark Heathcliff.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. What's up? Are you alright?
Yeah, it's not me, it's my mom.
Also, the voice acting in
She's
this
not
isn't
that
great.
home, I
Just
have
bear
no
with it.
idea
No, it's
why.
fine.
I'm on my way to the ER, but could you do me a favor?
Yeah, of course. What is it?
I just need you to come over and turn on the cameras we have set up. You know the ones that we installed after we were robbed?
Oh, yeah. Would you mind if I asked why?
Well, she screamed really loud right before I found her on the ground. I just...
Well, do you have your doors and windows locked? Like what the broadcast told us to do?
Yeah, that's the weird part. Maybe she saw something? I don't know.
Alright. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna switch them on and get out of there, though. You know how I feel about your house.
Yeah, that's
You
fine.
know how I feel about your house.
One last thing. Try to get a good view of the...
So, one of the things I love about this series
Alright, I gotta go. I'm
is
almost
that
at the hospital. Thank you.
the common public, like alternates, are well known. There's literally been PSAs about them. So in a rare twist, the threat is widely known, and it's like just a thing. And so a lot of this is about how society would respond to something like an alternate existing, and it just being like a thing that exists.
Steven, you know how I feel about your house.
No, I don't. How do you feel about mine?
I don't know, but that's gonna be a line I pull.
Remember this house.
You know how I feel about this house.
You're gonna feel some sort of way about this house
I'm
after
gonna
these
feel some
videos.
sort of way about this house. I don't like that this man is walking around in the dark.
We are following, because the name is important, Mark Heathcliff is who we are following.
I can remember that because Heathcliffs are a candy bar.
Heath candy bars, or the candy bar. Heathcliff is Bill Cosby's name in the Cosby Show. Heathcliff Huxtable.
That's what it is.
Yeah. There is also a Cliff Bar, but that's like a protein bar.
I'm mixing a few things together, but it works.
Yes.
I don't like this. I don't like watching my own cameras in my own house.
Do you see that's open?
I'll be honest with you, I couldn't have told you that was a door that could have been open.
Yeah, it's like a shed, I think. Heath Candy Cliff Bar.
Thank you, Joe. Joe knows what I'm talking about.
See
I
how
can see that
close
it's
now?
shut
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But
So
I thought
Mark-
I thought that was a tombstone at
No.
first. To be
So
honest.
Mark set up the cameras
Mhm.
and then left, I think is what happened. So that was this is 2 hours after the camera detected motion.
Who are you? Get away from me! No!
I don't like them eyes.
Let me in, Mark.
Oh, this is great.
For you. I have a present. I have a surprise. I will not hurt.
Nope. I'd be barricading that door. It's been days?
Mm-hmm. This is a very important event in the following episodes.
You fucking bastard!
Mark, I assume, yelling "you effing bastard" sounded like it came from inside my own head somehow. I don't like whatever he did with the audio there. Oh shit. That's okay. That's okay. I don't need to know that you're breathing. Joe K. Man said, "Oh hell no." Get out of here. Did he kill himself?
It's implied.
Is that the implication?
That's the implication. There's a lot of that in this series. But it's
the following footage is illegal. You can't watch this. It's illegal.
What's scarier than copyright law? Oh yeah, this is good. They explain a lot here with why no one came for him.
While at the station, a situation may occur where the local 911 dispatchers run out of operators to handle calls, so they are given to us instead. There are
Hey, Vortex.
and
What up,
only
Vortex?
3 scenarios that you will handle with a caller. When a caller needs the police, send available personnel to the address. When the caller has a fire-related emergency, contact our neighboring fire department with the address and a brief description of the event. When the caller has a medical emergency, immediately contact the Mandela Community Hospital. Here at the Mandela County Police Department, we thank you for viewing this instruction.
This is the fourth kind of call.
That's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is worth the risk, nothing is worth the risk, nothing is worth the risk.
Steven.
Yep.
How do you watch this just in your spare time?
Yeah, I'll watch these late at night.
Are you a psychopath?
No fun. I love this kind of stuff. Like, it's creepy, but more than anything, it's just very interesting.
This kind of stuff gets in my head. Like, I will be seeing things tonight in my sleep and in my waking.
Sorry. You haven't even seen the scariest
Don't
images
tell me
yet.
that. Don't tell me that.
I mean, it's going to be a cakewalk from here on out. Nothing scary happens ever again.
Is that a goat?
Yes. It's like barn animals. This is a toddler stress assessment test.
This is too real. Why is Stephen Hawking telling us stuff?
Because that voice is inherently creepy. When in this
Vortex,
context.
we're watching this series of like horror videos called the Mandela Catalogue. Stephen wants me to watch and react
I've talked
to
about it on the channel a lot, but I thought, let's make Jake watch it.
I don't
So
like
this
scary.
is Mark, age 4. It's implied that this is Mark Heathcliff. Real talk, though. As a kid, that always was the scariest part.
What was? The door past the stairs?
Just walking past darkness or shutting off the light before leaving a room.
Mm-hmm.
That was always the worst.
Hated that.
Yep. Just the idea that it's like clearly escalating, and then I fell asleep. The end.
And then I fell asleep. Aw, cat.
White
Aw,
people.
family. Aw, balloon.
Somebody tell Vortex in the chat. Explain to him what's going on. See if you're paying attention.
I don't like looking at doors that are dark. That's pretty good. Like, Mark's drawing was very accurate.
This isn't Mark's anymore.
Oh. I
Oh,
thought that was the man.
That was the man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vortex, I have seen the FNAF VHS tapes. They're pretty cool. Some of them are kind of stupid, but like visually, they're very impressive. All right, I think that's the end of volume 1. Yeah. Okay. Where are we at? How you feeling?
I don't like it. I'm scared.
We are maybe a third of the way through.
I don't like it.
Okay,
It's
so
scary.
next we are going to do Intruder Alert. Any questions before we keep going?
Why? How do you like just like watch this? It's too freaky. Like I'm seriously gonna be like scared later tonight.
Sometimes it does bother me, and there's some series where I won't watch it at night, but
So I click on this video that you're about to have us watch, and it gives me a content warning.
Yep.
That says the following may contain suicide or self-harm topics.
Yep.
So anyone currently watching along with us, keep that in mind.
If you are sensitive to such things
as well, if you are
that
sensitive.
is all over this series, just do not watch.
Ugh, I don't like.
Pause it. Go ahead and start it and pause it. I'm getting water.
Okay, start and pause. For a second, I thought, see, now it won't start. I wonder if it's like, no, you can't watch this. I understand and wish to proceed.
Okay.
I had to like, Steven, I had to click an agreement.
Yeah.
to watch this.
Yeah. So, do you think this is interesting yet? Do you just hate everything about it? Where's your head at?
I am so genuinely terrified that I hate it. I'm not interested. I'm just scared. So
cool. I did not expect you to be this scared. So
I don't do spooks, and I'll tell you the kind of spooky that scares me the most is like Paranormal Activity.
Absolutely.
Like watching those, because there's not well, I guess some of them, I guess the later ones probably had more jump scares. Congrats, the FBI is watching you now, Jake. Yeah. So like, yeah, I don't like stuff like that. Like, it's not even the jump scare. It's the creepy stuff that gets gets to me. Like,
well, it's the negative space within, like, paranormal activity specifically. It is the negative space within camera shots with the full knowledge that there is something supernatural happening within the area.
Yeah,
that's what gives me the creeps about those kinds of things specifically. And with this, it handles negative space so effectively because it understands that when it comes to horror and fear, all it has to show you is an open door that's into darkness, and that's unsettling because you fill in the gaps in your own mind as to what you're worried is on the other side of that doorway.
And I have a very overactive imagination.
Yep.
I get very spooky.
That's good, Vortex.
Yeah.
3 points underrated. It's better than a lot of people have to do. But yeah.
Was that the one that had the Punisher as like the main bad guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You saw my character. But yeah, this series handles negative space and leaving things up to your imagination and like the psychological aspect of fear incredibly well. And that's one of the things I think is so effective about it. But let Flynn out. I'll be right back.
Okay. We'll wait for Steven's return. I don't like that this guy's staring at me on screen.
Oh, crap, it's raining. Come on, buddy. Come on.
Steven just said, "Oh crap, it's raining." On that note, Vortex, I've been playing some God of War Ragnarok, enjoying it quite a bit. I'm sure we'll talk more about it.
Mingle amongst yourselves. Flynn has to pee and it's raining outside, so I'm gonna have to wipe off his feet.
I like how he said mingle amongst yourselves. Steven's in very director mode today. I don't know if anyone's noticed. He's very director. Do this, do it that way. We did have the Game Awards. Nominations were announced today. Don't know if anyone saw that. Very excited that Plague Tale Requiem got a nom. Like, shocked. I have no idea how that happened.
Because it's recent.
But, like, I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I also played the first one.
I think it reviewed well enough.
I mean, it got like some 7s and 8s, I think. And I don't even think it did that well.
Did Stray get reviewed that well?
Stray had like 9s, 8s, and 9s, from what I remember.
There's something.
I fully agree with you on.
I'm not saying it's a bad
Stray.
game. It does not deserve to be nominated for most of what it's nominated for. Action adventure.
There's a lot of action.
No, there's not.
Vortex. Yeah, I'm so sad about Kevin. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have been torn like to even make like a Facebook post or anything about it. Just because I just like don't even know what to say. Like, he was my Batman, and like he's just not there anymore. So I just don't know. I don't know what more to say or do. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe the next time we do Gotham stream or something. I don't know.
Ask pretty much anybody who grew up in that era of Batman, like from the 90s through now. When they read a comic or anything written form, it's in Kevin Conroy's voice, and that should tell you enough about how impactful he was. He brought that character to life more than anyone ever has, and it really sucks. It really does, especially since I could have met him this year at Comic-Con, and I didn't.
I almost went too, but then I was like, I don't think it's worth. I didn't think it was worth going at the time, but anyway, crazy.
It sucks.
He knew though. He knew how much people appreciated his work. So, and that kind of again like me saying something or doing something. It's like I almost feel like I guess a poser. I guess I get a little bit of imposter syndrome of just like even saying something of like, oh man, he was great. Like, I don't know. People know he was great. People know. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know why, Austin. I don't know what you're saying about Destiny being a nominee. Like, it's in the.
It's nominated every freaking year. Let's get rid of that category. It's like, do something.
Well, it's kind of funny because like when you think about it being a category of ongoing games, There's only a handful of like successful ongoing games,
and they're only successful in large part because they've been around for so long that people feel like they can't leave.
I'll tell you what I'm voting for mobile though. A little bit that Marvel Snap, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, are you ready to continue?
Yeah, I'm ready to continue.
I've lightened up a bit now, but
That's good.
I'm gonna cry in a second, I'm sure. I don't. No, thank you. That's okay.
Man, you're like, I'm good, and then I'm inside your home. Nope.
I don't like this.
Oh man.
See, and this is too much.
This will probably freak you out.
Face it, us
Yeah, I don't
parents know
like
how
this.
time-consuming it is to keep an eye on our young children.
This is
While
too
working
real.
is essential, they must receive attention from us so that they know we love them too. Some of us may rely on key things that keep them entertained, like toys, walks in a stroller, or even cartoons on the family television. Be cautious with what channels your children view on the television, since you never know what harmful content they may be seeing. Your children may be viewing elements of violent content, sexual content, graphic content, scary imagery.
Text, oh god, a baby.
It's more the fact that like I have a baby, and this is referencing like I'm watching Asher right now.
Or crying in front of the television.
Did you see that line?
No.
They exist on different spectrums.
Mm.
This is probably one of the most effective moments in the series in terms of like unsettling.
Mm. So the baby gets sucked into the TV?
The baby has been taken.
I hate this. Yeah. How do you just like this? Like, how do you watch this?
It's interesting. Now I'm wondering, where's the baby? Who's the guy in the television? It's interesting.
Local authorities have issued an immediate safety warning to multiple counties. Please await further instruction. As of now, a total of
3,426
children have gone missing within the following counties: Bythorn County, Berkshire County, Mandela County, Yonder County. Deter vulnerable children away from any television or medium that can project possibly frightening imagery.
I thought that said updates he'll follow.
How you doing?
Not good.
Vortex, wouldn't this be on a TV?
That seems like such a weird policy. Like, take a photo every 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. This is also probably, I think, in the 90s.
Mm-mm.
Threat level vague.
Mm-mm. Evident.
Victim's corpse is being seen tampered with by invisible force. The threat level is still evident.
In the evident images. They ruled out the possibility of an alternate.
Did it say that?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. There's more on that later. So, okay, stop there. We get a firsthand perspective of that incident later on. And
great.
And yeah, and that's one of the more recent videos. And there is a moment in there where the officer, you should have seen his name, Thatcher Davis, where he realizes that it's not alternate. So I think that's very, very cool that it had that consistency. Okay, metaphysical awareness disorder is next. And then we do volume 2 and then 3 and then we're done.
Vortex is like, that place was really clean. like, there ain't a spot on that. That's a clean alternate. Okay, metaphysical awareness disorder. Here we go. Y'all have to see this. I don't know if this is it. This is just some random ad I'm being served right now. What the you have done this to me now, Steven. This is the ad I'm being shown right now. Are you kidding me right now? This is just an ad that shows up?
I don't know what this is.
This is what happens when you watch these videos. These are your ads. This is what your ads become.
My ads are this.
The button over here says let him in. Are you kidding me?
Let him into your home, Jake. He wants the peanuts.
Let him in. Are you kidding me? The cinnamon toast. Oh God. Okay, here we go. Now the real thing.
Oh man. That was fantastic.
Metaphysical awareness disorder is a
Steven has ruined my
that
ads.
has been making a sudden return in recent months.
It's hidden code. That could be played back and reversed, I believe.
MAD is a result of exposure to verbal information that is not desired to be known. The rate of death by suicides in patients diagnosed with MAD is 97%. But don't worry. The remaining 3% makes it worth trying to reverse the delusion. Avoiding the root causes of metaphysical awareness disorder development is the first step to being safe. First, avoid excessively frequent religious practices. Avoid unnecessary beliefs and philosophical implications.
Don't believe
Last but not
anything.
least, looking after your loved ones is a key factor for maintaining
Oh, this
mental
is a great
stability.
line.
Is it? What?
Avoid opening your eyes when you are certain that the man in the corner is in fact now inches away from your face. Okay. Volume 2.
Shred bubble. Shred and pug on this mug bubble. Shred and pug on the painting of the...
I hate everything that you've done to me.
How are we doing, chat? How are we doing? We're gonna skip.
I'm not.
We're gonna skip exhibition just for the sake of time. Basically, what you need to know in that is that it's Mark Heathcliff. We see photos of what he had done days before his death, and it appeared. The ruling was that he had become very paranoid and delusional, and he'd been doing everything that a person is supposed to not do to avoid mad. So, all right. So, volume 2.
Great. I'm so excited.
Notice we're skipping all the way to 2009 now.
Thank you for noticing that for me, because I did not. Bythorn Paranormal Society.
Also, their names being Adam and Jonah have significance to biblical symbolism.
You've reached the Bythorn Paranormal Society. How may I help you?
Hello? May I schedule an appointment?
Of course, ma'am. Where's the location?
My home.
Where is the location?
Okay, thank you. Would you mind giving me a brief description of what you've been experiencing?
I've been hearing things.
Like what, ma'am?
I still hear the meows of my old cat Johnny, but the little
Who
guy
names
passed
their
away a
cat
few
Johnny?
years ago.
Come on.
Really? A freaking cat alternate?
Shh. I don't think it's an alternate. I just think his soul roams the house still. I want to make sure he finds peace in whatever realm he resides in. Do you think you could help guide him?
We can certainly try, ma'am. When would you like us to visit?
As soon as possible, please.
What do you
When's
mean
your
by
next
that,
opening?
Vortex? Like what was going on with him?
Yeah,
Can
no
you do
kidding.
3 nights? I'm away from home.
I don't even know what he believes.
I'm sure
I don't
this will
even
give
know
you
if
enough
he
time
is
to deal with him.
religious or Christian or atheist or whatever, but
How about 500
he clearly
Oh, hell yeah!
knows a lot about
Sounds like a plan.
biblical imagery.
We will help your cat, ma'am.
See,
Thank
to
you
me,
so
this
much.
this series
I
is
appreciate it
incredibly
more than you
like
can think.
pro-Christian, but that's a lot of people would disagree with that.
Back it up. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
You sure you got it?
Yeah, just open the trunk.
No, are you really sure you got it? Because I can...
Just open the damn trunk, Jonah.
I guess you do
You think we got anything we actually needed?
Not like we can do anything about it now.
Shit. You got anything left?
No.
You used everything already? Damn it.
Well, we don't gotta worry about income anymore, since we got this massive freaking payday, right?
Yeah, $1,500. I'm sure that's
It
gonna.
was $500. Wait, no, was it
It was
15 or
$500 a night, so $1,500 for 3 nights, right?
That's a massive payday.
Big
2009.
payday. Jeez.
Or steal another one?
Yeah.
It's broad daylight now, but it's not like anyone's gonna call the cops here.
Right.
And we'd be doing yet another delinquent act, but it's not like we aren't already on the run anyway.
What's one more stolen car?
What's one more stolen car?
Having fun yet?
And who's to say that she's
No.
not even crazy? Who's to say she's not as high as I'm going to be in 30 minutes?
I would hope us, because the last thing I need is getting a weird house call from a stoned lady about a dead cat, and then there'd be nothing there. Nothing there.
Right? Half of me thinks that there aren't even alternates. And the mayor was just too stupid to just make that entire infographic.
The mayor.
Yeah, but then, like, why are we getting so many calls about alternates in the first place?
Well, maybe because maybe it's mass hysteria, right? Do you think this is the rise of the war on alternates?
The war on alternates.
We're just two guys driving.
I never know if I'm supposed to be seeing something.
That's then the series is doing what it's supposed to be doing.
Holy shit, that's actually really useful. I mean, they didn't have to outline these things, did they? Like, I doubt that guy's face could appear on something like this and, you know, kill you. I don't know.
Catch that?
Yeah, like on the phone.
Yes, crime really does pay.
The
I like how you're making
the mayor.
when all we did was
There was basically a destroy all TV order in Mandela County so that the intruder couldn't appear, and so they are just now using a GPS for the first time, and they're like, "Wow, this is really useful." They didn't need to ban these because it's not like the intruder could appear on a GPS, because they think that the only way for the alternates and the intruder to appear are through visual mediums from like television. Did you recognize the house?
I didn't recognize the house.
It's Mark's home.
It is funny how his like camera equipment quality has improved a little bit in over the last couple videos.
Yeah, this series has taken a very interesting path towards slowly abandoning analog horror and becoming more just its own thing. Especially when we get to volume 3, it's very different. Like it's
There's one camera
not really even a genre at that point.
It's one of those old ones with the tapes and stuff. It will record, but I won't be able to see it in real time. We'll just have to look at it afterwards.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Who got this footage of us playing shoot, what's it called? Phasmophobia.
I knew you'd mention Phasmophobia in this episode. You just did it way sooner than I thought you would.
Dude, what am I supposed to do for a literal ghost cat?
What's it gonna do? Just us to death? Like, what are we doing here?
Would you mind taking this seriously for once?
I mean, in the end, I don't really have to take that much seriously at all, because I'm in here and you're in there, and you're...
Yeah, because you were too scared to go inside to begin with.
So he's the guy in the van.
Not
Jonah
too
is.
scared. I'm not too scared.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
No, I'm not. I'm not scared. I'm not.
I like how you can watch this, but yet you were the one that was in the van in Phasmophobia.
I had a great time.
The door.
It's locked tight. It's kind of weird.
Trying to... do you have anything to, tear it down?
I'm not gonna bust down this random lady's door.
It's fine. She's not gonna find out.
Anyways, moving on.
I don't like this.
So you see anything in there?
No, I mean, there was nothing besides that weird kind of locked door. Not a meow, not a noise, nothing. See anything weird on the cameras at all?
Yeah, I'm scrolling through this. I don't think I see anything either.
I mean, who knows? Maybe that thing's just locked downstairs. Yeah, the more, I'm not gonna lie to you, man, the more I look at this house, the more I really don't want to be in it. I mean, I don't see anything. I think we're just kind of babysitting an empty house for 3 nights. I mean, I think the best thing that can happen is we just leave now and then we say we were here the entire time. Because I'm looking at this house and I'm looking at this footage, and even though there's nothing too threatening about it, I don't like it. I really don't like it.
Yeah, I'm right there with this guy.
Really just an
I don't
empty
like
house,
anything
bro.
about it.
Can you suck it up for 3 nights? Suck what?
Error 333.
Where'd that come from? I think that came from the house, man. I
The
really
number
don't like this
333
now.
appearing
I'm the
is
opposite.
usually
This is kind of interesting.
indicative of
I
alternates being around.
don't think you should go in there now. I'm going back in. There's something.
Hey, Nader.
In a cat
What
here.
up, Nader
I think
Gator?
that's the problem.
You picked a
I
really
think
bad
it's
time
fine.
to
You're
show.
over-
No, you picked a
Realize what this
great
could do
one.
for us? What for
We're
us?
having a
We're
great
already on the
time.
run. We don't need this attention again. Do you like it or not? I'm going back in. Adam, please. It's too late. I've already made up my mind.
Nader, we're watching this like analog horror series that Steven likes and reacting to it. Namely, me reacting because I have never seen it before.
Oh, this is a good part. This is good content.
How
I don't
did
care
you
what you say.
die?
This is good content.
Where are you from? What year were you born in? Are you lost?
Am I coming through?
Loud and clear.
Oh my god, behind you!
Shut up.
Ugh.
You see anything on the cameras?
Oh my god, behind you!
Dude, cut it out.
Oh my god, behind you!
Dude, seriously, stop.
Oh my god, behind you! Behind you! Behind you!
Dude, fucking quit!
What the hell did I do?
Just forget.
Nope. Nope. No, thank you. No, thank you.
What are you saying exactly? Dude, that's not funny. What's not funny?
Take a tiny bite. God's probably not even looking. Oh, go ahead.
I love.
I don't know. It was good, but suddenly I feel kind of scared.
And Adam is the main character we're following in this. Mhm. They misspelled shepherd. I'm gonna get you to say one good thing about this series before we're done tonight. It's my goal.
Hey, I lost visuals on cam 3. You think you could check that out?
It's funny watching this game now that I've actually played Phasmophobia.
Mm-hmm.
Vortex gets it.
I think I effed up by agreeing to watch this.
This is great content. Top tier content. Alex understands atmosphere and suspense super well. That's just great.
He knows how to make me freak out.
Yeah.
I
Man, I
wait
can't
to
not sleep.
later. Same. I did need to stay up late to work tonight, so I guess this
Well,
is.
if you need me to keep you company.
Oh no, thank you. No, thank you. That's okay. I hate everything that I'm seeing right now, so I'll gladly close my eyes later.
Remember what the thing said. If you ever feel like they're inches from your face, don't open your eyes. That was also hidden text. That is in the captions. That's an excerpt from metaphysical awareness disorder. That's what it was. Yeah, MAD.
Yeah. So if you feel like you're close to them, you're supposed to keep your eyes closed. Is that?
Yes. So Adam is still in the house. And he's not coming out.
Hmm. Yeah, Jonah, you're not getting pizza. Sorry, man. So did Adam not get got just then?
No.
How?
I'll explain at the end of the episode. Just remind me. We're almost done.
Shut up. What's the matter? Jack of your tongue?
Don't. Just don't, okay? Please.
Oh, so now you're taking this seriously.
Dude, I don't know what you want from me. I'm as serious now as I've ever been.
This whole time, huh? So you fucking with me was you being serious?
I get that I screw around sometimes, okay? But that's just what I do.
Well, maybe it shouldn't be.
Look, man, I'm just devastated that I'm not as broken as you still are with everything that's happened, and I'm sorry that I can't keep helping you carry this burden.
What does it have to do with anything?
But I'm reaching my fucking limit here. These things have taken so much away from us, yet you still run to them every chance you get.
No, I don't.
Fucking listen to me! You're not invincible, okay? I know you thought that when we started doing these fucking death marches. And nothing happened, and I get it. But this right here is real. And you should know that
This
more than
right
anybody.
here is
What's
my
that even
pretty
supposed to mean?
boy
I
swag.
wish we never looked for your because she is dead and gone, and we were never gonna get her back.
What did you just fucking say to me?
And I'm sorry that these are the lives that we lead today, but Adam, if you walk down those stairs, you'd be joining her. And if
I agree,
some
Vortex.
miracle you come back out, I don't think you'd be yourself. And I'm telling
I will never look at my
right
channel.
now,
Thank you, though.
that I won't be here to confirm that.
Well, then just fucking leave then! Leave!
You good?
No.
That is one of the most effective reveals.
What are you?
Do you understand what's going on?
Do I understand?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You will. I'll explain.
I
the right thing.
Nobody is coming to help you.
Jonah? You there?
Do you understand?
See, you just asked that, and I don't like that.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Intimidate things people are familiar with, so people come out and investigate, so you can take them.
I'll explain at the end of this video what I think is going on. Okay, so we got one more left. So there are alternates, and then there's the intruder. The intruder is the guy on the TV, and the intruder, for some reason, is taking children. We don't know why. 333 is the next one.
Okay.
And 333 is, we learn a lot having to do with the story of Mark Heathcliff and coincidentally Adam Murray as well. I don't know why the intruder is taking kids. I don't know what the intruder's connection is with the alternates. We learn a little bit more about that here. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, just because I know that it would get lost in being freaked out. The mother who was distraught at the sight of her missing infant and hung herself, that was Adam's mother, and Adam was the baby that was taken. And we're about to witness what happened that night from the perspective of the police. So when Jonah was like, I wish we never started looking for your, and then it distorted, I'm pretty sure that that was him saying looking for your mother, or something, like basically alluding to they've been chasing after the alternates because Adam was affected as a child somehow because he was taken by the intruder, but he's still a functional person. Like, I don't know where he was between being a child and being taken, and now we don't really get explained that. So the intruder is taking kids and bringing them somewhere. We don't know why or what for. Also, the reason he was unaffected, it's theorized that you remember when the captions did a excerpt from the metaphysical awareness disorder piece.
Yeah.
In that, we learned that 3% of people are immune. Adam is immune. So he was not affected by the psychological torment of the alternates. So he didn't feel the compulsion to end himself, essentially. So yeah. Any questions? Any comments?
I just don't know. I like, you said like, I'm going to get you to say something positive before the end of whatever. Like, this is very well crafted as far as like, how can I freak people out? Mm-hmm. Like, I am very impressed that he was able to pull something off that's so freaky with so little, it seems like. But at the same time, I don't know how someone can choose to watch this. I say as I'm choosing to let you make me watch this, but like,
yeah,
you've talked about these things before, and I have had no interest to watch them on my own time at any point.
That's why I forced you to do it here.
Yeah, and I will. This is the only way you would ever get me to watch any of this. I do not like it. It is very unsettling.
Good. That means it's doing its job. And 333 is the most unsettling out of all of them. So let's start.
This is the last one, right?
This is the last one. There's technically one more video after this, but I can just summarize it.
Okay, I'm hitting play. I swear to God, Steven, if you quote a line from this before it's said, I'm done.
That was.
I'm done. I'm just telling you, if that happens, I'm just gonna end the whole stream right now.
He's gonna delete the channel.
I'm gonna. For all y'all know, it got me. Okay, like that's the end.
If you need me to keep you company tonight, I'm not making fun of you. If you need me to keep you company tonight, I'm around. I'll be up late. So
no, I'm fine. But if you quote something before it happens, I'm gonna be distraught. All right, here we go. I'm pressing play.
Okay. And with this one, the production went way up. Pause it real quick. My mom's calling. I need to get some water.
She's probably calling to tell you that you shouldn't be making Jake watch these freaky videos. We start on a lonely town called Mandela County. Oh, look, Alex has a Patreon now. Good for him. Good for him.
Also,
the one that said something about the man in the corner, don't look at the man in the corner, that shit got me. It was just like, great. I'm going to always think there's a man in the corner from now on. We could have talked about Game Award nominations today. That's what we could have been doing for the podcast. But Steven did not go for that.
I think
How's Ragnarok? So I'm not very far. I've been incredibly busy. In fact, this is the only stream I'm going to be on this week because I'm just slammed at work. I'm slammed editing some personal projects, some wedding stuff. And so I have not had a lot of time to play. That said, I'm about 4 or 5 hours in, and I'm taking my time, like I'm doing side quests as I go. But so far, it's really good. The story is really interesting. I'm excited to see where it goes. I have seen Thor. I have seen Odin. Odin especially was not what I was expecting. I don't know if they had announced his like voice actor or anything like that, but it was not what I was expecting. But the only thing, and it's felt better the more I've played, but the combat initially kind of, I don't know if confused me is the right word, but it just didn't feel quite right. And I think that's because when the first God of War game came out, there wasn't a Thor game or a game where you play as Thor. And so throwing that axe and it coming back to you felt so good. But now that I've played Marvel's Avengers, I'm so used to how that works, and it's not the same for Ragnarok. So
he's being thrown off by not having Jane Foster's cheeks in his face all day.
Absolutely.
Instead, he's got some Kratos cake, which
big L. No, there's not even Kratos cake. It's just like,
oh wow,
yeah, it's sad. No, what it is you know, in Marvel's Avengers, you've played as Thor. Have you ever played as Thor?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making
played
sure.
as everybody.
I'm just making sure. You know, with that, when you hold L2 to like go into aiming, I'm pretty sure that calls your hammer back or something like that. Maybe it's when you start to reload again.
I think it's when you aim after having thrown it.
Yeah.
It recalls.
Yeah. Anyway, it the axe, the Leviathan axe, does not recall when you aim again, and that's been kind of a weird adjustment for me. But yeah, and Vortex is right. You don't get any Kratos cake. You just get Mimir and his beard. So, okay, yeah, let's continue this horror. Hey, Steven, I recognize that house.
Good.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's the Murray household.
What's wrong, honey? Everything's gonna be okay. There's no need to cry.
Hey, what's up?
He started crying again. At the same time, I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry, I just don't know how to help you anymore. Are you absolutely sure it's not the...
No, I keep telling you, it's not. I've had it unplugged for weeks now.
I mean, I guess I can come over and help you figure it out. Are you free tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night? You promise you'll actually come over this time? He's still your child too, you know.
I swear to God, Lynn, if this is just an imaginary friend or something, I'm gonna lose it.
What do you mean? Do you realize how young he is?
I think that it'll be so overpopulated. There'll all be wars. All nuclear explosions and everything.
So I just tend to today's chores and let the good Lord worry about tomorrow.
What about
Does have an interesting message about what do you let your kids watch.
See,
it does have value.
Calls as well as television programs.
I do believe there is commentary in here about
media
and the consumption of it. Kids don't watch too much TV, or a random white guy is going to appear smiling on your screen and you'll disappear for some reason.
Nothing but enlightening, to say the least. I learned a lot about myself, and my colleagues in this room have learned just as much about me as well. I will never stand down for my base values, no matter how far up the ladder I go. While I may not be the most bespoken type, I protect and serve my city with pride, and I'm grateful to be rewarded as such.
At least the TV doesn't have a comment section. That's very true.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Good evening, officer. One of our students, Mark Heathcliff, he's been absent for the past couple days without any reason, no phone calls from parents, no doctor's excuse, and we don't have any apparent emergency contacts on file for him. If you could have someone pay a visit to 3 Avenue and make sure everything's all right, it would be much appreciated. Oh, and if someone could try to get the contact info for whoever answers the door, that would be much appreciated. Thank you, and have a nice night.
It looks like these wavelengths are trying to make words, but I don't know if I'm just seeing things.
I don't know.
So, this is the same house as the woman and the baby, as Mark Heathcliff?
No.
Okay.
Different house. There are two main houses, Mark's house and Adam's childhood home.
Okay.
Or
Sheriff's Department, open
infantile
up.
home. And this is Mark's.
Police, open the door.
This is the police.
What's interesting to me is that it would appear that they didn't acknowledge or have on file that Mark had called about an alternate encounter.
Yeah.
Because like they sent an officer after the school receptionist called.
They specifically said not to send help.
Yeah, and like you'd think that it'd be on file that he had called about an alternate before they dispatched somebody, but it doesn't. It seems like they're not aware of what happened until they got there. They can just give me the bouncer and then bouncer. Here's Peter in his dinosaur pajamas.
Oh, sweet Peter.
Yeah.
Peter, don't watch this.
So it would appear that he took shots at the alternate before he took himself, because that was a lot of casings.
Or he just missed.
He missed his own head 8 times. Ooh, Peter's gonna need to be changed here in a minute.
He's stinky?
He's stinky. He had one earlier that was... It was such a blowout that more ended up outside than it did in.
Nice.
Yeah. This is one of the more effective...
You just got promoted, right? You don't have to work on this bullshit case anymore.
Listen, I got a lead. Okay? It's got some evidence to review still. That's it.
I'll believe it when I see it. See you later.
All right. Lock the door on the way out.
If you can't beat him, join him too seriously. He did.
In the evidence, we see Mark's journal. There's a very effective line in there that I probably won't need to point it out. It's made very clear.
I thought that said duck knob.
Thatcher's not a very good detective.
Yeah, officer, I found it on the duck knob.
Is that a desert eagle? Why do you have a desert eagle? I actually got to watch this one live. It was premiered. It was really cool.
Shadow under the door.
I guess so, Vortex. That looked like a deagle. It's so eerie the way it knocks.
I don't like how it's just like lifting into the air.
Yeah.
You need to open the door. No. I am not going away.
What time is it? It's just after 8. I'm nervous for the time. Don't be nervous about the time. You have loads of time. Let's see.
I don't like how these entities always talk like they're broken radios.
Well, it's like they're trying out voices until they get it right, which is so creepy.
Yeah. It's like Bumblebee from Transformers if his radio broke.
So this is interesting because he has his book of reassurances and he's writing down in it the reassurances of God loves me, God is watching after me and all that stuff. And this kind of speaks to. It's interesting to me because it shows that even though it's very heavily implied that what's going on is what I said earlier, where it is in an alternate time, like a what if tale, darkest ending, where Jesus was overthrown and Satan took his place, but religion still happened. So the line right there, "Who have I been praying to all this time?" is super eerie, but I just think it's very interesting how, I don't know, I guess just being a devout believer like I am, that is a very, like that is
unsettling.
One of the most unsettling sentences that you could read, but it doesn't bother me because I don't have that doubt, you know. But I read it and it's just like, gosh, if there was an idea that is unsettling, it's that.
It's freaky, Steven. I don't like it.
All right, Mr. Davis, I understand that you were hoping that I would be able to
very clearly
the contents
just
of
a
all the
random
tapes
guy
that you sent in, along with your request note. I was only able to recover maybe about 2 minutes from one of them. I'll be copying my recording of it onto this one right after this. I mean, I hope this helps you with the rest of your investigation. If you need any more help, you can call me back or just send me another letter.
I mean,
and I'll be
I hope this
waiting
will
a
help you
response.
out with your investigation.
Oh, here we go.
The might of the what?
Night of the Subconscious, I think is what it said.
Hello.
This is very cool. The effects that they did here. It's based on an old Jim Henson character.
Hello. Now, you may be thinking, who is this voice speaking to me through my television set? Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Stanley. It is very nice to meet you.
No, it's not Stanley. Thank you, though.
Because I might consider you one too. I like having friends. How many friends do you have? That's great. Would you like to know a secret of mine? I can make friends appear out of thin air. What was that? You want to know how?
I didn't say that.
I can tell you, but you have to promise me.
Stanley, I don't want to know your secrets.
I don't want to know your secrets.
Great. First, we must consider what makes up a good friend.
They listen for one.
What do they
One
look
like Stanley.
What colored eyes do they have? Always remember the most important rule. If there is a new friend that lives in your head, it is best.
What did that caption say?
Scared as you are.
I think it said it's best to manifest them.
Have a friend in mind? Great. I think it's time to meet your new friend.
I'm good.
Now
I'm
just
actually an
close your
introvert.
eyes and think
I
really
don't like
hard
to make
about
new
your
friends.
Can you keep an even bigger secret? I think it worked. Your new friend is somewhere in your house. Now it's up to you to go.
I just got chills from that. I forgot about that line.
I hate shit like that.
The rest of this episode is very, very good.
911, what's the emergency? Please, you gotta help me. There's someone in my house. I don't know what to do. I don't even know what they got inside. I can't make noise and wait those locked for mine. Alright, just
calm down, okay? We'll get this figured out.
So that's Adam's
Stay
father
quiet. Are you
calling
hiding?
about what's happening the night that we
Does this
saw.
person have a weapon?
And remember how they said possibility of an alternate has been ruled out. You're about to hear why.
Stairs in the corner. He's not taking anything. He's just standing there. I think my wife is hurt. I don't know what to do. It's gonna be fine. You just need to calm down. I don't want to look at his face again. Okay. All right. Does this man resemble anyone you know by chance? No. What? I have never seen anyone in my life that looks anything like him. That can't be right. That doesn't make any sense. What? I'm sending over one of our officers. Just don't hang up, okay?
Employee
I just got a 10:15. I'm heading over to the place now.
Damn it. Okay.
What? Did you get a similar call?
I believe we got a home intruder. I apologize for the silence, sir. What's your address? Sir?
Thatcher? I'm gonna need some backup here.
What are you talking about? Where's the others?
The officer that was already checking out the place just pussied out.
Jesus. Okay. Bruce, what's the address?
So the alternates, they've been trained to, like, they were under the impression that alternates can only take the form of someone that the target knows. So hearing this is, I've never seen anyone looks like this, made them think this is something else. And so that's why they responded to it. Here we go.
Steven's over here getting excited.
I think, like, Alex Kister's been holding things close to the chest relatively. He goes all out with this episode, I think, in showing. This is Adam's room when he was a baby. You can see the crib to the right, and you're about to see his mother's legs.
No, Weaver, we don't, because everyone else fucking left. Sorry. 10:56. Someone's fucking...
Camera. Shit. Camera's down, Weaver.
Weaver.
This too spoopy.
Hello?
Also, this guy sounds like Bob Burger.
Identify yourself.
Linda?
This is a police
Oh
investigation.
my God.
I need you to identify yourself.
Oh my God, stop.
Oh my God, Linda.
Look.
I think I'm gonna watch
What do you
some
want?
Bob's Burgers to make myself not scared after this.
Yeah. Don't you love that?
No.
Oh, here we go. Gotta watch.
still in there, I'm gonna find help, okay? Just meet me at the station.
Linda.
Linda!
I didn't like that. There was like an arm.
Oh, just wait. We're not done.
Just wait?
Mm-hmm.
$1078 requesting backup. 1078 requesting backup.
Vortex is like, that was awesome. No, it was not.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Vortex.
1018 requesting assistance from available Bythorn units.
Available Bythorn units? Like the paranormal team that Adam was on?
Yes. Not them specifically, but Bythorn County. The Bythorn Paranormal Society. Also, good for you for remembering. Good job. That's a group of amateur con men, basically, that think of them as amateur ghost hunters.
This is an unauthorized use of Earth Colonel. Identify yourself. Lieutenant Thatcher Davis, MCPD. 1018 requesting assistance from available worksheet units.
Glad you're still here, Mike.
I don't think that would have helped you in this situation, Mike.
Well, that's the creepy thing about this. In this situation, there is no God.
It's too scary. Where the hell is everybody? Or is he just cut off?
Remember the rule about not answering alternate calls?
They think he's an alternate?
They think that he's facing an alternate, so they're not answering his call. Here we go.
Want to be my best friend? He likes to hide, but he wants to meet you. I want to play with him in the TV.
Stop or I'll shoot! I said stay back!
What the fudge? No, thank you. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. No, thank you, Alex. No, thank you.
So here's what's interesting. Is it done? Is
I
that
don't
the
know.
end? Okay.
We still have like a minute.
Okay.
I didn't like that.
But I mean, come on. Very good short film. Like 333, super good. So Thatcher's not dead. You learn in the next video that I'm just going to summarize. Every day gets brighter. That he's still alive, but the alternate or whatever it is took his face, so now there are two versions of him around him, and then the alternate, which begs a lot of questions. Volume 4 comes out the end of this month. But yeah, like I know you didn't like it.
I'm like so exhausted.
Yeah.
From how scary it was.
Yeah. I am very impressed with it because for someone who wants to, like, that one line, who have I been praying to this whole time? That one line is a fantastic setup for a horror series. And I think Alex has created such an interesting idea, and even the execution is very interesting. And that's why I love Unfiction, is because you get all these really creative ways to tell a story. And I think the way he's told this story, even though it's evolved over time, it started off as analog horror and now it's just kind of its own thing. But I think it's very interesting. It's very compelling. And it's scary as hell.
It's scary as hell. I hate the thumbnail that you made too. I just now saw it for the first time. And I'll be honest with you, I went to our channel and legit thought I was experiencing something because...
Oh man, how much would it have messed with you if I just made the intruder's face the thumbnail without anything else?
Without anything else, I would have been incredibly freaked. I had to really think. I was like, why the fuck is that image here? And I was like, oh, it's just us. Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, I appreciate you watching that.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Like I agree with everything you said. I was just like, it's interesting storytelling. It's a terrifying premise.
Yeah, the enjoyment for
terrifying content, but
the enjoyment for me comes out of everything behind it. Because like, I don't take pleasure in scaring myself, you know. But to me, the only kinds of things that are in horror media that I enjoy are ones that have interesting execution. And because it makes me think. Like, it's less about like, I don't enjoy the feeling of being scared, but I really, really love things that make me feel like where I just think, wow, I never thought of doing that before with storytelling. And so that's why I like this kind of stuff, because horror just happens to be the genre that performs the best in unfiction. And so that's why I like a lot of this stuff, is because it just happens to be horror, but it's through amateur creators answering the question of like, how do I tell a story entirely through video diaries or through a Discord server or through a web, like an internet scavenger hunt or stuff like that. It's just very, very cool. And I love seeing creators be creative, not only with the world that they're creating in the story, but also the methodology of telling it. And so that's why I love it. It just happens to be really, really scary.
It's very scary. But I think that's probably why it's so effective as for that genre, because the analog part of it is so freaky. It's easy
the
to
familiarity of like old VHS tapes and like the emergency service sound, like just those things that are familiar. It's kind of the liminal spaces from the back rooms, like spaces that look like they exist, look familiar, but also they couldn't possibly exist.
Right.
I think that's a lot of what hits. Yeah, that's a lot of what hits about analog horror, I think. And honestly, I think you really appreciate Backrooms. Backrooms is the least scary out of all of them because it's more of a sci-fi thriller. There just happens to be a monster in it.
I watched a few minutes of one with an escalator.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was. I was confused because there were actually like people like in hazmat suits.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think this is connected, but
so no, Backrooms by Kane Pixels. It is not the story of like someone like if you look up Backrooms mythology, it's kind of like SCP, where it's just a it's an open source creator pool where people are just like, oh, what if a floor of the Backrooms was this?
Right.
But Kane Pixels doesn't do that. He instead takes the idea of liminal spaces, no clipping out of reality, and he doesn't approach it from a horror angle, even though it is very eerie and unsettling. He approaches it more from a sci-fi approach, to where it's about a company discovering the back rooms and being like, hey, let's create literally new space so we could use it for like storage, residential stuff, and dealing with the repercussions of that. So it's less, it's scary when the monster shows up, because the way he moves and the noises he makes are so unsettling, but everything that goes into it, just the ideas and the fact that it's 98% of it is 3D render, like all like 3D modeling.
Yeah.
He does it in like Blender.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is what makes me stick around for Backrooms, because I think the storytelling is very interesting. And the fact that he's 16 years old is just wild. So I definitely recommend that one. Just if you're looking for something that's interesting and less scary, it's good, but it's slow.
That's okay. I'm gonna not ever watch anything like this again until you force me to. So I am with Peter. I am sleepy. I think it is time to end for the night. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If nothing else, you got to watch me be terrified out of my brain, so that I like that exhausted me. Like, I am exhausted after watching all that. I don't know why. But anyway, that's going to be, thank you, Peter. I agree. That's going to be it for tonight. Of course, this has been ChortleCast, where the podcast and / live night show where we do whatever the heck we want to do. We will be doing streams the rest of this week. We typically stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm out pretty much the rest of this week. So it's just Steven and the crew. Steven, I know Saturday you're doing a big Red Solstice. Is it Red Solstice? Yeah.
Red Solstice 2 Survivors, which is like XCOM 1 if it was a 8-player co-op top-down twin stick shooter on Mars. We're going to have, through a combination of humans and NPCs, a 8-man team. And it's going to be wild, because that game is very difficult. It's very intense. It's very involved. But I said this when we were streaming, I think on Saturday, but I can't remember the last time I played a game and thought to myself, I need to stream this with a crew. Like, it's the most excited I've been to stream with a group I can remember. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a very interesting crew as well. So far, I've got Jeremy, Matt, Mike, and my brother, and me.
That sounds like a podcast.
You got 2 wild cards in there out of 5 people. That's too many wild cards, Jake. I don't know if you realize that.
Just be glad I'm not there, because I'd be a really wild card.
Yeah.
Well, I hate I'm going to miss that, but y'all are going to have a great time. So, look, Peter's welcome on the podcast anytime. He is always welcome. Okay. Well, that's the plan for this week. Stay tuned. Of course, subscribe, like, all that jazz. Join our Discord if you want to keep up with what's happening for Thursday or Friday. But yeah, Saturday is going to be one to watch with Red Solstice. And
if there is anyone watching this, because one of the reasons I wanted to start with Mandela Catalogue is because it's popular, and I love it, but I know that it's searched for a lot. So if there is anyone here who is new to the channel and watch because they just love looking up this kind of stuff, if there's any others that you'd like us to watch and torture Jake with, let us know. If or people who are regular here, did you like this? Did you not like this? Let us know, because I really enjoy doing. There are a lot of YouTube series. There are a lot of YouTube content out there. It doesn't have to be horror that we can do watch-alongs for. I really enjoy, even though I don't have much of a platform because we're a small channel, but I enjoy highlighting creators in the amateur space. So if there's any others, I'd be happy to do them.
I would not be happy, but I will watch. Vortex is saying Killer Bean. He's been calling for that one for a while, so maybe so.
Is that one that we can watch? Can we do this with that one? Like, is it a YouTube creator thing, or is it like is there some kind of publishing company behind it, like a Viacom situation where they could ping us for copyright? I'd be curious about that. Because if we can do a live reaction like we did just now, I'd be fine with watching it, but I don't want us to get in trouble.
As we learned, the scariest thing is copyright law.
Copyright law, yeah.
All right, well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later in the streams this week. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Peter.
Say bye.